Hello everybody, Jedi Jack Luther here, and it's time for What's in the Box. It's Wednesday, April 15th, while everyone's out running around trying to get their last minute taxes in so they can get a charged by Uncle Sam. We're here to comfort my own home, and we just got another box in today. I was thinking this box wouldn't get here until the beginning of May, but evidently these people were pretty fast, so we're not going to complain about it because it's always fun to open a box. So today's box comes from our good people and friends at shoptna.com. You may remember, if you can't remember, that's fine. That's why you go into my library list, go down a few. We had a What's in the Box brown bag special where I got 2 brown bags from ShopTNA. They were filled with stuff, shirts and figures and DVDs and all sorts of stuff. I mean, it was just craziness, but I haven't shopped there in a while. They haven't had any really new things that I've been interested in. I'm more of a Jeff Hardy person, and they've had some new shirts out, and I'm interested in those, but I had a little extra money, sold a few minor things on eBay. Just I go around my room, and not anything in particular, but accessories to figures and stuff that people actually buy on eBay. I've sold some stuff, had a little bit of money, so I decided to order some stuff off of ShopTNA that was on clearance. And we have a huge box today. I mean, you can tell this is a pretty good sized box. I mean, it's pretty large. I mean, even my wife was like, "Oh, that can't be Loot Crate." It's like, nope, that's ShopTNA. They give you a lot of stuff. So what we did is their clearance section had a lot of old figures that were on clearance. I mean, really cheap. We're talking $3 and $4 for figures. One of the 2 packs they had left was $4. I mean, 2 figures for $4, I'm there. That's just, you just sold me right there. Well, enough yapping. We got the box. I got the trusty, rusty X-Acto knife, guaranteed to give you tetanus and open up packages real quick. We're going to open up into this box. There we go. You heard it rip, bam, and we're going to open up. Now, when I tell new people about my show, What's in the Box, they're like, what's in the box? It has a question to it because they don't know where the title came from. And for the most part, it's almost a 2-part answer, but part 1 is more prevalent than the other part. What I mainly tell people is that I ordered a 2-pack of wrestling miniatures through Fruity Pebbles, and when we got it in, we wanted to see what was in the box, and that's where the title kind of came from. But it is a little bit deeper than that. I've seen so many of these unboxing videos that I want to do one myself, but the problem I've had with them is they get the box and they take the box and they show you this side of the box and that side of the box. This is what the underside of the box looks like, you know. And then when they open the box, oh, here's the invoice. That's what I got. And here's some of the bubble wrap. You don't want to see that nonsense. You want to see what's in the box, and you don't care about the invoice or the bubble wrap or the paper bags that they put in there. You want to see what came in the box. And so many of these unboxing videos literally are about 5 to 8 minutes of them showing you, oh, here's what the box looks like. We know what the box looks like. It looks like a box. We want to know what's in the box. So therefore, I don't usually go into that tirade. I just say, hey, I got a thing in the mail, and I say, hey, let's see what's in the box. And it kind of stuck, which it kind of did. So invoice and packing materials aside, that's not the fun part. Here's the fun part. We're going to look at the figures I got. So the first figure is, and these are all deluxe impact figures. These are really nice figures here. This is deluxe impact from series 10. This is Rob Terry. He's from England. I don't know if you can get a shot of that mug right there. He's reflecting off the screen. He just looks really constipated. Oh, where's the X-Lax? I mean, it's just, he doesn't look that happy. Okay, so here is Deluxe Impact Series 3, Matt Morgan. Matt Morgan goes by the moniker The Genetic Blueprint because he's a genetic specimen, I guess that's where he's getting at. Unfortunately, his finishing move is called the Carbon Footprint. And to this day, I have no idea what that has to do with him being the genetic blueprint. My DNA is superior. Okay, that's fine, but the carbon footprint, that's for like, the ecology or something. It has nothing to do with your DNA. Where did you get that name from? I mean, he couldn't have done, what's your finishing move? It's the carbon footprint. Well, that's got nothing to do with you being, I would have thought a good name would have been, what's your finishing move? Genetic blueprint is the double helix slam. See, that sounds better. Like, oh my God, I can't wait to see that finishing move. I digress. So that was 2 figures. Our third figure is also from Deluxe Impact Series 3, Jay Lethal. And this was the part of the time that Jay Lethal was doing his Macho Man shtick. Which, by the way, if you've never heard Jay Lethal do the Macho Man, look up Black Machismo, because that's his nickname he uses when he does that. I'm not lying. He sounds just like, he does the facial expressions with the fat lip and everything, and does the thing with the glasses. I mean, all the thing. I mean, he's got the Macho Man down pat. When I was younger, I used to do a good Macho Man. I can't anymore, but he does a really good Macho Man. I mean, literally, close your eyes and you couldn't tell the difference. I was really impressed. But they gave him this Macho Man grin on his face that makes it look like he's getting ready to do a Bill Cosby commercial. I mean, I don't know. I've got to get me my Jello pudding. I mean, something like that. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I know they're trying to capture that on the face, but don't do that. I mean, just give him a good-looking, hard-looking. I mean, between Rob Terry being constipated, the carbon footprint, and this guy, I mean, we need to step it up a little bit, TNA. I mean, come on, we can do better than that. All right, so our last figure, or figures, this is a 2-pack. And this brings us our figure total up to 5 figures. This is a cross-the-line 2-pack of Kevin Nash and Eric Young. And Eric Young is one of those characters that he's fun to have around, but you just don't know what to do with him. And of course, Kevin Nash, you put Kevin Nash in the situation when you need name recognition, but you don't need a whole lot done. Well, we bring Kevin Nash back and he'll solve everything just by being there. And sometimes that doesn't work out. But this was this part of the Cross the Line set, and there were 2 packs. And it's still not too bad. I mean, you're getting, I like the Kevin Nash figure. It does really look like him. Eric Young, I like him when he has his beard and stuff on. But here, he's pretty young. No pun intended. So that brings my total up to 5 figures. And all of these were super cheap. Before shipping, this was $17. $17 for 5 figures. And these figures normally retail for about $10 for the single pack and $20 for the double pack. So if you think about that, that's $50 worth of figures for less than 20 bucks. And shipping wasn't that bad either. I think it came up to like $23 with the shipping. That was a really good deal. I mean, you couldn't do that. Now I have these pretty cool figures. I got a section here on my bookshelf next to me for the TNA stuff. The figures can go right on there. I finally printed, I gotta show this off. I finally printed this up. It's back in 2010. Me and my friend Ron Plunkett, we went to a TNA event that was held at Blackbaud Stadium over on Daniel Island. Bam, met Jeff Hardy. I met quite a few people. I got one here. Here's me with Ric Flair. Couldn't believe that. I mean, right then, that's all I had to do is meet Jeff Hardy and Ric Flair. And that blew me away. I was really impressed that happened. But so for what's in the box for our tax day, we pulled out 5 TNA Deluxe Impact Wrestling figures. Going to go on display here. One more thing before I bid you a bit adieu. I try to run these videos a lot longer than just a few minutes. But just a shout out real quick here if you're looking for it. One of the newer WWE figures out under their Defining Moments series, which are very nice looking figures, loaded with accessories. They look, and they're from a certain era of wrestling. But they made one for Scott Hall's character Razor Ramon. Now, growing up with the late '80s and the early '90s, Razor Ramon was one of my favorite characters. I just loved it. It was over the top. I mean, even if you never watched Scarface, it was just an over the top character. But they made him a Defining Moments character. He's in the store. He retails for about $25. And it's a little rich for my blood. I mean, I love the figure. But $25 is a little high, you know, you got to kind of factor in that you have to eat for the week and everything. Scott Hall came dressed with his knee pads, elbow pads. He had a rubber vest on that he normally wore. He had a rubber chain around his neck. He even had molded a miniature razor blade in it like he always wore. Had that snarl on his face like he did at the 5 o'clock shadow. Perfect. I mean, just looked perfect. But again, $25. A little bit out of my price range. Well, we were at the Walmart at Tanger, at the Tanger Outlet Mall, and they had some. And while I was looking at them, the box in the front was all ripped up. Now, Razor Ramon comes with an intercontinental title belt. Well, someone had ripped the side of the package and stolen the belt and left the figure. And I don't know if they bought it, took it home, ripped open the package and stole the belt and then returned it, or they did it at the store. I have no idea. They probably could. You know, most Walmarts, if you've seen pictures of people walking around Walmart and no one doing anything, bingo. They can do that because no one's paying attention. So I found a manager and I said, you know, this package got ripped open. They stole the belt and left the figure. And she's not great. I said, you wouldn't have to discount these things so that other people could buy them, even if it's ripped into. So she gave me a pretty good discount. Got it for like about $16. So I saved about $9. Not bad. So I picked him up. And of course, I had my own Intercontinental title just hanging around. So there he is. He got put on Facebook, but I just want to show you he's out of the package because the package messed up. Razor Ramon. Hey, Chico. I can't do it that well. He does fantastic. He always stayed in character. I just had to show him off. I just love that figure. I need to put him in a better place. He's kind of crowded where he's at now. He needs to be more prominent. You know, he's the bad guy. So April 15th, 2015, we had some deluxe impact figures come in a huge cardboard box that we ripped into. I showed you what Razor Ramon's doing here. He's hanging out and, you know, punking around with the rest of the wrestling figures. Probably another What's in the Box come in May. It might be Loot Crate again. We'll just have to see what happens. I'm hoping we can get another one in here. But until then, you know, subscribe to my channel. If you subscribed, I really appreciate it. For all you new people watching, hit that subscribe button. It's either here or it's here. It's there. It's off to the side here somewhere. Up there. It's somewhere. My finger will point to it, and you just click it, just so that you're there all the time and you can get the newest episodes as they come out. Comment if you got any comments about what's going on or anything you'd like to see on the show. Go for it. I'd love to hear that. So everyone have a good night. I'm going to pack up here. Laundry's almost done, and I'm going to have me a drink and a snack and go to bed. Everyone have a good night, and I will see you next time when we get cardboard in the mail and we rip it open and not show you the invoice or the packing material so you can just directly see what's in the box.